Chicanos. How's it going, everybody? So, what do you think, Chicanos, on the last video? Are some of you guys saying that you believe we are our own race and breed of people amongst the Caucasians, the Mongoloids, and the Negroids, and that we've been here, a part of this continent? Uh, are some of you guys seem like you accepted that we are the mixtured people and that came here across the Bering Sea or through the boats, I guess, from Australia and the Samoan Islands? So, do some of you guys also believe then I seen that there was people here remaining while Pangea was breaking up into the continents? Is that what some of you guys are believing? And yes, I seen a comment, albinos that come from so-called black people, you something that I forgot to mention, like the Nation of Islam. They believe that the label that a lot of people will know as the mad scientist, if you know the Nation of Islam, the nickname is this mad scientist. I forget the real name, but they believe he took albinos and people with skin pigmentations to an island, and they breeded for hundreds of years into what became the Caucasian man. So there's a understanding. So then, like I was talking about the Bible, what you believe. If you believe, like I said, I accept the way the Hebrew Israelites believe. Jacob's the darker man, Esau's the Caucasian man. So there's another point of view, and like I was talking about Caucasians coming from the Caucasus Mountains. Like there's a guy, Booker T. Coleman. You can look him up. He talks about the Moors going into the northern Europe, and Europe, or not even the Moors, but when he said, like I talked about in the last video, I didn't name him, but he believes that when darker people traveled around the world, he's the one who believes that the hair got thinner and lighter, skin pigmentation was less dark, but overall everyone comes from the black so-called man, as he would believe. And he believes that when the black man went into the northern Europe, what is the Caucasus Mountains, as we know, got trapped during the Ice Age, and they became recessant because they had no sun, as their children were being born there for hundreds of years until they finally came from the Caucasus Mountains. They were the Caucasian man. That's just another point of view. Booker T. Coleman, you could look him up. He got hours of videos you could listen to where he breaks down everything on how he believes on his scientific point of view and where he gets this information from, not just something he pulls out of his ass. He tells you where he gets his information from. People that that I watch, they talk about where they get their information from. One thing too that I gotta say is, like, some people that don't believe this or the Afrocentric nonsense they'll say is that no, like, Caucasian historian, no PhD Caucasian man, they don't challenge these guys. And from watching them for years already, these guys have challenged PhDs, and even back in the day, like, people would have debates more in the 50s and 60s. Caucasian people, like with the Nation of Islam or Farrakhan, would be on having dialogues and debates about people on how he believes, how the Caucasian man comes from the mountains. Even, like, I've seen a video of a guy from the Hebrew Israelites in 1993 on one of the popular shows talking about how he believes. So, they have cut, and a lot of guys, the so-called Afrocentric nonsense that some people like to say, I mean, from watching a lot of their stuff for over a couple of years, people don't want to challenge them. You figure if they got something to beat it, they would. Like I've said, even, here's something that I remember, this MMA fighter, I think from UFC, a year back, he was putting down, like, as a challenge, a couple of thousand, if anybody wanted to challenge young Pharaoh and debate him on how he believes, black man's the original man and breaks down the science, if any PhD or college student wanted to challenge him, if people, had the stuff to back it up, these guys would be debunked and, have been in the trash a long time ago, a lot of this information, but it's still relevant, it's still new, too. Also, I don't know if some of you guys know, this is like what they say the so-called woke era. All this information be put out there. It's up to us to, accept this information or go seek this information and get our understanding, and everybody's going to understand different. And, so other than that, Chicanos, from the last video to this video, that's just my understanding, and go look people up is what I say. So, keep it Chicano, stay Chicano, not Latino, not Hispanic.